The book of 1 Kings states that the Israelites picked a guy named Omri to be their king, and that he did more evil than all the kings that came before him. After Omri, his son Ahab becomes king of Israel. Ahab married a Phoenician princess named Jezebel, and they participated in the fertility cults of Baal and Asherah. By the time of Ahab and Jezebel, the fertility cults appeared to already have the official sanction of Israel's leaders, and Ahab, with his wife's encouragement, built a temple to Baal at his capital in Samaria. The earliest deity recognized by the peoples of the ancient Near East was the creator god El. His mistress, the fertility goddess Asherah, gave birth to many gods, including a powerful god named Baal, or Lord. There appears to have been only one Baal, who was manifested in lesser Baals at different places and times. Over the years, Baal became the dominant deity, and the worship of El faded. Baal won his dominance by defeating the other deities, including the god of the sea, the god of storms, also of rain, thunder, and lightning, and the god of death. Baal's victory over death was thought to be repeated each year when he returned from the land of death, the underworld, bringing rain to renew the earth's fertility. Hebrew culture viewed the sea as evil and destructive, so Baal's promise to prevent storms and control the sea, as well as his ability to produce abundant harvests, made him attractive to the Israelites. Baal is portrayed as a man with the head and horns of a bull, an image similar to that in biblical accounts. His right hand, sometimes both hands, is raised and he holds a lightning bolt, signifying both destruction and fertility. Baal has also been portrayed seated on a throne, possibly as the king or lord of the gods. Asherah was honored as the fertility goddess in various forms and with varying names. She is portrayed as a nude female, sometimes pregnant, with exaggerated breasts that she holds out, apparently as symbols of the fertility she promises to her followers. The Bible indicates that she was worshipped near trees and poles called Asherah poles. Baal's worshippers appeased him by offering sacrifices, usually animals such as sheep or bulls. At times of crisis, Baal's followers sacrificed their children, apparently the firstborn of the community, to gain personal prosperity. The Bible called this practice detestable. God specifically appointed the tribe of Levi as his special servants in place of the firstborn of the Israelites, so they had no excuse for offering their children. The Bible's repeated condemnation of child sacrifice shows God's hatred of it, especially among his people. Asherah was worshipped in various ways, including through ritual sex. Although she was believed to be Baal's mother, she was also his mistress. Pagans practiced sympathetic magic, that is, they believed that they could influence the god's actions by performing the behavior they wished the gods to demonstrate. Believing the sexual union of Baal and Asherah produced fertility, their worshippers engaged in sex to cause the gods to join together, ensuring good harvests. This practice became the basis for religious prostitution. The priest, or a male member of the community, represented Baal. The priestess, or female members of the community, represented Asherah. Now, many, if not all, of the Old Testament gods had disappeared, at least in name, by the time of Jesus. Beelzebub, based on the Philistine god Baal-zebul, had become a synonym for the prince of demons, Satan. Many of the ancient pagan deities lived on, however, now identified with the gods of the Greeks and Romans, the nations who controlled the people of Israel before and during New Testament times. The God of Israel had always condemned child sacrifice and the worship of other deities. In one passage he says, "I did not command you to do this, nor did it even enter my mind." Now, it's in the setting of these Baal cults that Elijah comes on the scene, one of Israel's greatest prophets.